I'm Rick Skeel. I was at the University of Oklahoma for nearly 40 years, and during that time was president of SACRAO from 2006 to 2007. That was my presidential year. My first recollection or memory I'd like to share is that amongst my closest friends in SACRAO, was often called the Susan Lucci of SACRAO because I had been nominated for 8 consecutive years before I actually got selected. And I say that mostly just as encouragement and an understanding of why most of us agreed to become president. It wasn't about the recognition, it was all about the fun and the enjoyment of actually doing the work. So the fact that I'd not been selected 7 times before was not a big deal to me. I was thrilled to actually get selected. My presidential year was in Little Rock, Arkansas, at the Peabody Hotel with the Ducks. So we got to see the Ducks march to the fountain. If you've ever been at either Peabody Hotel, that was a great experience. We had our big event at the Clinton Presidential Library. I tried to convince them to take my presidential letters on at the Clinton Library for my presidential year, but I don't think that quite ever worked out. Too bad. I was incredibly fortunate to get to share my presidential year with 2 of my very best friends in SACRAO. Carol Nobles, who was the president right before me, so at that point she was immediate past president, and probably my best friend in the business. And so she and I had a very great relationship, and it was wonderful working with her. The dilemma for me as president was that she had been president the year before, and she was essentially perfect at everything she did. She knew all of the protocols. She was incredibly engaging, and so I always figured that no matter how well I did, I was doomed to be not quite as good as Carol, which turned out to be quite true, actually. And then the president right before Carol was Susie Archer, so the 3 of us worked together, and Susie was another wonderful person and a dear friend. And so I had what I would consider a pretty magical year. 3 years actually as a whole, but I was incredibly fortunate to have that time. My fondest memories of being president really were about the people and being serious about the work of keeping the association going and vibrant and helpful and productive. The people that you work with, you find out very quickly, all believe in the same things, and they want the association to be everything it can be, and they want to support everybody becoming better professionals. And so you build these incredible bonds with people who become your friends and truly your family forever. And that's my fondest memory of being president of SACRAO. There were certainly moments that were trying, and there were moments that those of us who were helping to run the association and the program remember well that there was this problem or that problem, and most of the attendees never knew because we managed to do the work to keep it going and not have any huge problems. So my years as on the SACRAO Executive Committee, I probably served a total of off and on 12 different years. The last 3 as president-elect, president, and past president were incredibly enriching to me, and I wouldn't trade those years for anything.